going out with your family?
Yes, sir. Like we are coming to India on Friday, like in 2 days, so we have to go for some purchases.
Oh, so okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'll ask them and let us start solving on these questions, right? So,
Yes, sir.
and you also please start solving all these questions, right? Otherwise, if we are not practicing, then it would be troublesome in the exam, right? So, okay. So
Yes, sir.
we will do from the first three topics. The first topic is the electric current, right? And we know that what is electric current. So this is the rate of law of charge, right? So that is the definition of electric current. And let us write what are the concepts that we will be using. So we have current. This is steady current, and this is simply Q by T. And then we have average current, which is delta Q by delta T. And then we have instantaneous current. That is how much? dq by T. Right, so these things we already know.
Yes.
And then we also have graphical interpretation that in graph, so if we have a current time graph, right? If we have current and time graph, so the current time graph would be, let's say this is some current time graph. So area of this graph, let's say that this is some current time, right? Let's say something like this. So this is the current time graph. And if I want to calculate the total charge, so total charge would be the area under this graph. Okay, total area under this graph.
Yes.
So this area under IT graph gives total charge. Right. So if you calculate this area would give you Q. Okay, this is the first graph. Second graph is that if you have a charge or time graph, right? If you have charge time graph and you calculate the slope of this graph, right? Give me one more. Give me one.
Okay, sir.
Yes, I mean, regarding the 1 hour class, so you have to tell your parents to text the Learnivio team to keep this class for 1 hour, right? Then only we can, yeah, then only we can keep it for 1 hour. So you have to tell your father to just text the Learnivio official team, right?
Yes,
Otherwise we have to keep it for 1.5 hours, right?
yes,
Okay. Yeah, so what we were discussing that the slope of this charge time graph, this would give you the current. So slope of QT graph, this will give you the current. Okay. So
yes,
this is the graphical understanding of the current. And these are the physical description of the current, right? So depending upon these two things, we will solve all these questions, right? So we have these questions and we'll solve these questions using these ideas. Okay. And then we have the drift velocity and relation with the current. So those questions we'll do. But let us first do all these questions. So these things we have already learned, right?
yes,
Please quickly just note these things down, and then depending upon these things, using these things, we will calculate all these answers, right? So we'll solve these questions. Quickly note this thing down. Whenever you have noted, please.
yes.
Then,
No, sir.
yeah, whenever you have noted, please do.
Okay. And
Done. Okay, so just remember these things and then we can solve all these questions. Okay, so the first question is Yeah. First question is in hydrogen atom, an electron moves in an orbit of radius this meter with a speed of this meter per second. Find the equivalent current. So you have an hydrogen atom, right? You have a hydrogen atom. So at the center we have a proton, and then this electron is moving in this orbit, in this circular orbit, right? So what charge is flowing? What charge is flowing? Yes.
Uh, what's your electric charge?
What charge is flowing? Electron is flowing, right?
Yes, sir.
So to calculate the current, what do we need? We need Q and we need time. So what is given already? What is given directly? The charge which is flowing, that is what?
Electron.
Electron, right? So the charge which is flowing, that is electron. And the only thing that we require is the time, right? The
Yes.
only thing that we require is the time. And luckily, what do we have? So we have this circular motion, right? We have this circular motion. And we know that the radius is how much, right? We know the radius is how much, and we know the what is the speed, right?
Yes.
So we know that what is the time? What is the time related with the distance and speed? What is time? Yes.
Um, and,
Yes.
what is time is like
Yeah, what is time? So if some object is moving with some velocity and it is covering some distance, so what is the time? Let's say that the electron is moving from here to here, and it is completing this distance, right?
distance by
So distance by time, right? Absolutely correct. Distance by velocity,
yes.
right? Now, this velocity is directly given, right? This velocity is directly given, but we don't know this distance. So what would be this distance related with this radius? What would be this distance? For this circle, what is this distance? Yes. Electron is going in this circle, and if it reaches back to this point, so what is this thing that it has covered? Circumference, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the circumference of the circle? Yes.
Circumference is
Pi, right?
yes.
So now we know the distance and velocity is already given. Speed is already given, right? So velocity, or I should write as speed, because so speed is given, which is 2.2 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Right. So now we have distance, we have speed, we can calculate time. So time would be 2 pi r by v, which is the speed. So let's put this value in here and then we can calculate this current. So current would be how much? That would be E divided by T, which is pi R by V. So this V will go upstairs and this is EV divided by 2 pi. Now we will put all these values. So E is how much? This is given 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. V is given, which is 2.2 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. All the things would be in SI units, right? Radius, this is 2, pi is 3.14, and then this is how much? 5 into 10 to the power minus 11. Right, so these are the things. Right.
Yes.
So 5 twos are 10, right? So this would be a 10. And now we have 1.6 into 2.2 and divided by 3.1. So these are the numbers, right? And then we have 10 powers, which is minus 19, then plus 6, then this minus 11, and this 5 twos are 10 to the power 1. This adds in here and this becomes 10 to the power minus 10. And then it goes in the upstairs, it becomes 10 to the power 10. So this would be the 10 to the powers, right?
Yes.
So if we solve this thing, so how much is this thing? Yeah, let me just use the calculator. So 1.6 into 2.2 equals divided so that is 1.12 into 10 to the power minus 19 and this is 16. So minus 3, right? Ampere. So this would be the answer. Is it clear? 1.12 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. So is this question clear? Is this question clear?
Yes.
Yeah, so we had this current, which was the rate of flow of charge. So this was Q by T. We know the Q already. We just put the value of Q and then we had to calculate this missing link. So we knew the distance and we knew the speed. So from speed and distance, we calculated the time and then we put this time in here so that we get the current. So please note it down and yeah, and then we will do the next question. Please note this thing down.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, your father has texted to the Learnivio, so we'll keep this one plus, right?
Yes.
No, because if your father is not agreeing to it, then we can't keep it on our right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and don't think about this paper too much. So in the from the next time we'll keep it so in our mind and we will practice lots of this.
Yes.
So what is the subject that you like the most?
Physical education.
Yes,
Physical education, I guess.
physical education, that is the subject. So physics, chemistry, biology, maths, these are the subjects, right?
Biology.
Biology. Okay, so
Yeah.
then I have to work hard so that you like this physics subject, right? So this is also a very interesting subject, physics. In everyday life, we have whatever is happening that is due to this physical laws. Maybe it is gravity, maybe it is the interaction between the charges and all those things. So yeah, I have to
Yes.
work hard on this. Okay, yeah, please note it down, and then we'll do the next question.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, whenever you have muted, please tell.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
Okay, so now the second question is based on graph, right? And we have already learned that there can be two kinds of graph. One would be current time graph, right? And the other one would be charge time graph. So this graph is current time graph. And what have we learned about this current time graph? Can you tell me? Yeah, what have we learned about this current time graph? Yes. Just see your notes, right? Just flip the pages, and just a moment ago we have talked about this current time, right? So
Yes.
related with the current time graph, what do we know? We have just talked about this thing that if we have a
Period.
current, yes, yes,
So about the distance.
yeah. So you have a current time graph, right? This is IT graph, and we know that the area of this IT graph that would give you what? That would give you what? Area of this thing?
The
Total charge, right?
yes, sir.
So in this question, you see that find the amount of charge that flows through the wire during this time period. So from 0 to 10 seconds, what is the total charge? Which means that we only have to calculate the area of this thing, right?
Yes, sir.
So let us write all the values. So from here to here, what is this value? This height is how much? This is how much?
It's 5.
5. It is 5, right? From here to here, it is 5, right? From here to here it is 5, and from here to here it is 5. Clear?
Yes.
So we have to find the area of this thing. So this figure is made up of, let's say this is O, A, B, and C, right? And let's say this is D. So area of O, A, B, C, that would be how much? That would be area of O, A, D plus area of A, B, C, right?
Yes.
We can divide it in two parts. So part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is a triangle, right? So area of triangle is half base into height. And this part is a rectangle, or it is a square also, right? So let's say it's a rectangle, so this would be length into depth. So how much is the base for this triangle? What is the base for this triangle? 5, right? So base is 5. Height is also 5, right? And then we have length of this this thing. So length is how much? Yeah, length of this rectangle. D, DC. DC, yeah, that is 5, and breadth is also 5. Right. So this is how much? This is 25 by 2. And this is 25. So 25 by 2 is 12.5 plus 25. So this is 37.5 coulomb. Right. That would be the charge.
Yes.
So 37.5. So is this question clear? Right? This was a very easy question. One thing that we have to remember, that how can we calculate the charge in the current time graph? So whenever we have a current and time graph, we just calculate the area of that. That would give us the charge. Clear?
Yes.
So please note it down, and then we'll do the next calculation.
Done.
Yes. Done. And whenever you reach after your shopping, please send those question paper to the learning, right? So that we can assess, and yeah, we can assess the question and figure out if it is easy or if it is hard.
Yes.
Okay, so now let us do the next question. So what is given? We are given the current as function of time, right? So this is given. So this current is the instantaneous current, right? Now we
Yes.
have to find out the charge through cross section of wire in time interval 3 to 5 seconds. So this is what we have to find. right?
Yes.
Now you tell me that how this current is related with the charge. What is the definition of this current? Remember, this is not the steady current. Steady current means that this current will remain the same always, but this is changing. This is changing with time. So this current is not steady current. This is the instantaneous current. So what would be this current? Yeah, what would be this current? Definition of current, instantaneous current, dq by dt. Right.
Yes. Yes.
So if we write dq by dt is given, and this is how much? 2t square minus 3t plus 1. Right. So I want to calculate charge. Right. So what I will do is that I will take this dt the other side. So this is my dq. Now I want to calculate the charge. So what should I do? What is the application or what is the operation that I will do so that I will get this total charge? This is a very small charge. This is a very small charge and I want to calculate the whole charge. So what I will do? I will integrate it both the sides, right? I will use the idea of integration. Integrate both the sides. So this would be integration of dq and this whole thing as ft and dt. This integration. And they have also told us what is the interval, time interval. So lower limit is 3, upper limit is 5. This is the integration. So this integration would give you q, and this would be 3 to 5, and this whole integration.
Yes.
So this is the integration that we have to solve. And do you remember what is the integration that we have to use? What kind of integration is this one? What kind of function are these? These are algebraic functions. So we have to use algebraic integration.
Yes.
Right. Do you remember the algebraic integration? What was the algebraic integration? Xn dx. What was it? Was it? So this was xn plus 1 divided by n plus 2. Right.
Yes.
This would be the integration. So let's integrate this thing. So q would be 5 to 3, right? And the first integration is 2t square dt. Next integration is 5 to 3. We will write it separately, 3t dt. So all these algebraic functions, right? One by one. And the next integration is 1 dt. So 1 we can remove, right? So all these integration, this 2 we can take it outside. And this is t square dt. This 3 we can take outside and this is t dt. And 1 we can take outside, so this is simply dt. Now we have to apply the algebraic integration. So what is the integration of t square? What would be that? Power is 2. So t 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1, and then the limit. Similarly, t power is 1. So t 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1, and then the limit. And this is simply t, so this would be simply t, and then the limit. So this thing would be how much? This would be t cube by 3. We can take it outside, and then this is 5 to 3. And then this is t square by square, so by 2, so we can take it outside. And then this is t 5 to 3. Now we have to put the lower and upper limits, right? So this would be how much? Q is 2 by 3. T cube is 5 cube minus 3 cube. And then 3 by 2, 5 square minus 3 square. And then this is 5 minus 3. So this would be 2 by 3. This is 125. This is 3, 3s are 9. And these are 27. And then this is 3 by 2, 25 minus 9. And then this is 2. So this is how much? 2 by 3. And 15 minus 7 is 8. And then this is 11 minus 2, 9. And minus 3 by 2 into 16. So this is 8 and plus 2. So how much would be this thing? So this is Q. And 2 8s are 16 and 2 9s are 18 and 19 by 3. And this is 24 plus 2. So that is minus 22. So this would be how much? 196 minus 66 divided by 3. So this is 0. 9 minus 6, 3. And then, so this is how much? This is 3 4s are 12. And then 10, so 43.332. This would be the answer. Right. So what is the answer? 43.3. This would be the answer. Did you understand this question?
Yes.
Yeah, please note it down. And we have to just use the idea of integration in this question. So please note it down, and then we'll do the next test.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, whenever you want me to scroll down the screen, please tell me.
Okay, sir. Done.
Then this part also noted.
No, sir.
Yeah, please note this one down.
Okay, sir. Done.
Yeah. Okay, so the next topic after this one that we have learned, right? Is so when will your summer vacation start?
Our summer vacation, like it's starting in July 4th, I guess. But
4th of July.
we are going to,
But you are coming to
we
India.
are having Hajj holiday. Yes, sir. We have Hajj holidays and then we have school in between for like 2 weeks, and then again we have summer vacation.
Oh,
But I
so
won't be attending school at that time.
so you're coming to India, and yeah, where do you live in India?
So I live in Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu. Okay, so their temperature would be good because it's very hot in here, right? The temperature is rising a lot, and
Yes.
that has risen a lot, and it's around 44 and 50 degrees in the year. So that's quite hot in here, right? So be prepared, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and yeah, it's nearly 7:30. So I will just tell you that the next topic that we will do is this one: drift velocity and relation with the current. So do you remember what was this drift velocity? This was E tau by m, right? And
Yes.
then there was this relation with the current. What was that? So that relation was NEA and VD. Right, this was the relation. Right. So in the next class, we will do some question using these two items. So we'll use these two relations, and then we'll do this question. Only this part. So this part is not needed, right? This part is not needed. Only